This deadly spider never could have imagined that one little bite on a broke high school kid would end up destroying the person he loved most. Peter stared at the strange-looking spider, feeling like he'd seen it somewhere before. Little did he know this tiny wound was about to change his life forever. But the moment he got home, something felt off. He gave his uncle and aunt a quick hello and rushed straight to his room. As soon as he got inside, Peter felt completely dazed and lightheaded and collapsed face first onto his bed. Just then, images of the spider that bit him kept flashing through his mind. When Peter finally woke up, he realized his nearsighted eyes were suddenly perfectly fine, which completely baffled him. Then he noticed his body had gotten way more muscular, and his reflexes were unbelievably sharp. He could even chase down the school bus, fast enough to leave Usain Bolt in the dust. The only weird part was why this bus poster was stuck to his hand. But all of this was just the beginning. At lunch in the cafeteria, his crush, Mary Jane, walked right past him. His sixth sense told him something was about to happen. Sure enough, Peter reacted in a flash, catching Mary Jane with one arm and grabbing every falling item with the other. These sudden changes were totally overwhelming. He peeled a fork that was stuck to his hand and pulled out a tough, stretchy strand of web from his wrist, which shot straight at a tray across the table. He instinctively yanked it back, but the food went flying all over the school bully behind him. Oh no. Peter quickly played it cool and tried to slip out of the cafeteria, but the tray still dangling from his web had already given him away. He made it to the hallway thinking he was safe, but the bully was already storming after him looking for payback. He sensed the danger coming, tilted his head, and dodged a brutal punch. The bully swung again and again, but every single attack looked like slow motion to Peter. He dodged them all effortlessly. Another bully tried to jump him from behind, but his spider sense kicked in, and he backflipped right over it. The bully kept attacking wildly, but Peter handled every blow with ease. So he grabbed the bully's fist and gave him a light shove, and sent everyone watching into total shock. Freaked out, Peter bolted into an alley. He slowly raised his palms and saw tiny barbs covering his hands. He looked up at a spider on the wall and decided to test out his new abilities. Peter unlocked his own Pandora's box, going wild with his newfound powers. When he reached a rooftop, he suddenly remembered the web that had shot from his hand earlier, so he looked at the crane across the way.
Go, web! Fly! Up, and away, web! Shazam! Go! Go! Go, web, go!
He tried a bunch of hand gestures, but nothing worked. Then, by pure accident, one random gesture sent a web shooting from his wrist. So Peter aimed at the crane across the street and fired away, staring at the massive gap ahead. Peter took a deep breath and leaped. Back home, after watching Mary Jane get into the bully's car, Peter wished he had a car of his own, but after looking around, he couldn't even afford the cheapest one. That's when an ad for an underground wrestling match caught his eye. Last 3 minutes in the ring with the champ, and you walk away with $3 grand, hoping to buy a car and win Mary Jane's heart. Peter decided to sign up, and immediately got to work designing his outfit. After a whole night of sketching and tweaking, Peter finally finished a rough design for his suit. And just like that, the very first Spider-Man suit was born. Then Peter started practicing his web shooting. The commotion quickly drew Aunt May to his door. She asked what all the noise was about, and what was going on in there. Peter told her he was just working out. Once she was sure he was okay, she turned and left. Meanwhile, Peter's room was now covered in spider webs. Peter's strange behavior lately hadn't gone unnoticed by his uncle and aunt. They were genuinely worried about him, but didn't want to push too hard. That day, Peter said he was heading to the library, so Uncle Ben offered to drive him. The moment he heard that, Peter immediately turned him down, because he wasn't actually going to the library. But Uncle Ben insisted on giving him a ride. His real goal was just to get some one-on-one time with Peter. Peter couldn't talk him out of it, so he gave in. Before long, Uncle Ben pulled up in front of the library, just as Peter was rushing to get out. Uncle Ben stopped him. He opened up about the changes he'd noticed in Peter lately, and brought up the fight at school. Peter insisted the fight wasn't his fault. Peter was at a critical stage in his life, and Uncle Ben was terrified he might go down the wrong path. He told Peter that even if the other guy started it, that didn't give Peter the right to hit him.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
But Uncle Ben's concern didn't register with Peter right away. He thought his uncle was accusing him of becoming some kind of thug. He felt completely misunderstood, and his emotions started boiling over. He lashed out at his uncle's lecture. Seeing Peter so worked up, Uncle Ben felt helpless. Peter then realized he may have gone too far. Uncle Ben didn't push it any further. He just said he'd be back to pick him up on time. After getting out, Peter didn't go to the library. He headed straight to the fighting arena. In the ring, a massive guy was brutally pummeling his opponent. The intensity of it all made Peter a little nervous. As one challenger after another got knocked out, the crowd went absolutely wild. Clearly, winning that $3,000 wasn't going to be easy. But to have any shot with Mary Jane, Peter stepped into the ring without hesitation.
Amazing Spider-Man! My name's the Human Spider. I don't care, get out. No, you got my name wrong. Get out there, you moron!
The crowd hurled trash at Peter, writing him off completely. But none of that was gonna stop him from getting paid. As the steel cage lowered around the ring, the crew locked it down with chains on every side. To make sure Peter couldn't run, the bell rang, and the giant charged straight at him. Peter jumped out of the way, leaving him grabbing at air. He shot webs and dodged attacks left and right. But this guy didn't play fair. He grabbed a chair and hurled it, caught completely off guard. Peter took the hit and was totally stunned. But right at that critical moment, Peter started kicking the giant with a rapid-fire counterattack. In less than a minute, Peter won a fight everyone thought he'd lose. But naive Peter never saw this coming. The deal was $3 grand for winning the fight, but the sleazy promoter only handed him $100. His excuse? The deal was 3 minutes, and Peter only lasted 30 seconds. Peter got a harsh lesson in how these people really are.